Stephen Fleming has stepped down as head coach of Chennai Super Kings after an 18-year association with the franchise. Brendan McCullum is no longer England's test coach. He has parted ways with England after a dismal performance in the test series against New Zealand. England become the number 1 T20I team in the world. Yastika Bhatia becomes the first woman to score a century at Lord's. This is Farid Khan. You're watching me exclusively on South Era Network. England have handed India a 4-0 drubbing in the T20I series. England won the 5th T20 match by a mammoth margin of 56 runs. Batting first, England amassed 257 runs in 20 overs and England batters were all over India. They were prolific. Talking about Jos Buttler, he added 131 runs of just 64 balls at the age of 35. Captain Harry Brook was unbeaten on 95 of just 45 balls. 233-run partnership between two England batters. What a prolific performance by England. A statement made against India. India were number 1 ranked team in the world heading into this series, but England have surpassed them to become the new number 1 team in T20I cricket. Jos Buttler smashed just his second T20I 100 at the age of 35 and registered his highest ever score. He was coming off a back of low performances. He was not feeling good coming into the series. He had not scored runs. In fact, in the last 18 T20I innings, he had not crossed the figure of 40. He had a very average T20 World Cup for England. He went to the IPL, regained his form, took some time out of cricket, came back and delivered the goods for England. He shows why he is still the number 1 batter for England. He won Player of the Match award. In fact, he's now become the 3rd highest run getter in history of T20I cricket. He has surpassed King Kohli, and only Babar Azam and Rohit Sharma have scored more runs than him in this format. Harry Brook won Player of the Series award for England. He was the captain. He was the catalyst for England in this 4-0 series win, and Shreyas Iyer has now lost 6 of his last 7 T20I matches. That one match which India did not lose under him was in fact rained off. That is how bad India have been under Shreyas Iyer in his first 2 series. Shreyas Iyer lost to Ireland 2-0 and now has lost to England 4-0. There is nothing that he can do. Tilak Verma and Ishan Kishan were the 2 batters who scored half centuries for India in the last T20I, but they fell short by 56 runs. Shreyas Iyer said that India should have contained England to 225-230 runs to stand any chance of victory. But 257 runs was a very tall task for Indian batters to achieve. India will now be looking to win a few matches to maintain the top spot amongst Asian teams, because Pakistan right now is at number 6 in the world, and if Pakistan surpasses India by the end of December this year, Pakistan would automatically qualify for the Asian Games ahead of India. India need to stay the top ranked Asian side to directly qualify for the LA Olympics next year. Meanwhile, Stephen Fleming has stepped down as head coach of Chennai Super Kings after an 18-year association with the franchise. Stephen Fleming took over as head coach of Chennai Super Kings back in 2009. He won 5 IPL titles and 2 Champions League titles with Chennai Super Kings. In fact, Stephen Fleming and MS Dhoni is one of the greatest partnerships in the history of T20 cricket. MS Dhoni has won 5 titles as India captain as well. MS Dhoni remains one of the most prolific IPL captains ever, and it was under Stephen Fleming that MS Dhoni thrived so much. Stephen Fleming had been going through a tough time with the franchise. Unfortunately, Texas Super Kings ended bottom of the table in Major League Cricket, and Joburg Super Kings in South Africa had also not qualified for any final in 4 seasons. Chennai Super Kings were also 8th in the IPL table and also finished last season as well. So Chennai Super Kings and Stephen Fleming will no longer be together. This put an end to an 18-year-old association. He will go down as one of the greatest coaches to have led an IPL and a T20 franchise in history. There's more news about a coach parting ways with the national team. Brendan McCullum is no longer England's test coach. He has parted ways with England after a dismal performance in the test series against New Zealand. England had not been performing well. Ben Stokes was the first casualty. He retired from international cricket and Brendan McCullum has followed him. Brendan McCullum will, however, remain England's white ball coach and will lead them in the T20Is and ODIs. Brendan McCullum has just won the T20I series against India 4-0 and will continue serving in that position. In Test cricket, Brendan McCullum and Ben Stokes formed a formidable partnership for England. They lasted 4 years together. In the Bazball era, under Brendan McCullum, England played 49 test matches, winning 27, losing 20 and drawing just 2 test matches. The Bazball formula had taken the world by storm. When they came over to Pakistan back in 2022, they handed Pakistan a 3-0 drubbing on home turf. And since then, Bazball did not look back. But in their last 10 test matches, they had lost 8, and this was the end of Brendan McCullum. He would still go down as one of the most prolific test coaches in England's history, but that is it. He would no longer be there when the 2027 Ashes comes, and according to Brendan McCullum, he is gutted to lose out on the job that he absolutely loved. Meanwhile, Yastika Bhatia has become the first woman ever to score a test century at Lord's. Remember, this is the first ever test match taking place at the iconic venue of Lord's, and India are on top against England. In fact, India had set a target of 457 runs in the second innings for England, and the home side were nowhere near it. India had not lost a single test match to England since 1995. Smriti Mandhana was also pick of the batters, scoring half centuries in both innings. That is how good India have been, and Yastika Bhatia had not even thought a few months ago that she would be in this situation. What a prolific batting performance by her, and what a stunning performance by India once again against England in Test cricket. Also, Pakistan's head coach in Test cricket, Sarfaraz Ahmed, has bagged former captain Shan Masood to come good. Shan Masood is no longer Pakistan's Test captain. He has been replaced by Babar Azam once again, but Sarfaraz Ahmed believes that Shan Masood can still add value to this Pakistan Test team with his batting performances. Shan Masood did not have the best of times as Pakistan captain, losing 12 out of 16 Test matches that he led Pakistan in. Babar Azam was the last Pakistan captain to win an away Test series. In fact, Babar Azam was the last Pakistan captain to win a away test match as well. Pakistan won in Sri Lanka under Babar Azam's captaincy back in 2023, which was 3 years ago. Now Babar Azam is back to lead Pakistan in the next series, which takes place in West Indies, and then he has to lead Pakistan in 3 matches against England in England as well. So Babar Azam has got a tough test ahead of him, but Sarfaraz Ahmed believes that Pakistan are in good shape to win the next 2 series. Former India captain Sourav Ganguly, Kevin Pietersen of England and Anjum Chopra have been added to the ICC Hall of Fame. Sourav Ganguly remains one of the most instrumental captains in Indian cricket history. He won the Champions Trophy for India as captain and took them to the ICC final in 2003, eventually losing to Australia. Kevin Pietersen had played 100 test matches and won the Player of the Tournament award in the 2010 World Cup win for England. Anjum Chopra, former Indian captain and current broadcaster, was the first Indian woman to play 100 ODIs and the first one to score 1000 ODI runs as well. Congratulations to all three of them, and all three deserve to be there where they are. West Indies explosive middle order batter Shimron Hetmyer has been added to their squad for the second and third ODI matches against New Zealand. Justin Greaves has been ruled out due to a back injury, and Shimron Hetmyer, who was not initially part of the squad due to MLC commitments, is now back in the squad. West Indies had won the first ODI match against New Zealand convincingly, where Shea Hope and Casey Carty scored half centuries. West Indies are coming on the back of a series win against Sri Lanka in Test cricket as well, and they have to face Pakistan next. This is a very important period for West Indies cricket. Meanwhile, Bangladesh have also won the last ODI match, where Zimbabwe put off their second string bowling side. Bangladesh made sure to avoid a series clean sweep against Zimbabwe, but Zimbabwe had still won the series in the first two matches, taking an unassailable lead. This is Fareed Khan and I'm signing off from South Area Network, but I'll be back very soon with all the latest news, views, rumors and updates from the world of cricket.